Black Box Productions.
Hey, Jarrell Lewis, good looking for the super chat donation. You just said, let me read it though. You said he did, speaking of T.I. Tippy Tip prosecution witness in the murder trial, Clifford did similar to KEEFE D. Not similar at all. The main thing about being a rat is causing someone else to be subsequently looked at from the view of the law as a criminal. Aiding the law in viewing another individual as a criminal is what causing them to then have the potential to have to face consequences based on what you then said. If you said something that can aid to a said individual having to deal with consequences, scrutiny, having their eyes, having the law's eyes on them, being questioned by the law, anytime you turn the law on to an individual that perhaps can get in trouble behind what you said, then you are ratting. No matter what you want to say about KEEFE D, when you're talking about dead people, they tell no tales and they pay no bills. On my mama. So what T.I. Tipster did, Cliffy Tiffy got on the stand in front of a live living human being and corroborated testimony that caused him to be sentenced to multiple decades in prison. KEEFE D did not do that. Regardless of what he did do or what you want to classify it as, it was nothing of that nature. On my mama. Y'all got to get the whole concept together and realize what it is. That's the problem in the whole, equation. Everybody in the comments talking about all kind of, every time you bring a situation up, they try to bring a parallel that does not even equate whatsoever. On my mama. I thought the other day we had tapped in on your boy Kanye West, right? And I thought we had really seen the real evidence of him being cuckoo, when he just felt it was his duty to come out of nowhere and say what he said about Harriet Tubman freeing the slave, which I found extremely offensive, despite all the details everybody want to rush in the comments and come support his statement with. The concept is what I'm trying to express is, if we all understand that we are still not freed to have a debate based on the English language and the definition of each word utilized about the legacy of Harriet Tubman, is ignorant. Because if you really face the facts, we still aren't free to this day. And it was never the concept that I ever believed that she did anything to actually free anyone. But it was always assumed or understood that she led them toward freedom, opened up a gateway, or helped them be less enslaved than they once were. And that's good enough if those are the facts. Because right now, we are still owned and captive in a foreign land. So if you feel like you're any more free now than you are then, you are delusional. Which also makes his first statement that blew everybody's mind about slavery being a choice really obscure, ignorant, and off base, because if slavery was a choice then, we are still enslaved. It's a choice now. And you too, Kanye West, are enslaved. You are more of a fool making the choice to be enslaved because you have the means, the finances, and the ability to go purchase your own island, be the sole dictator, and dwell there and escape bondage and slavery. But yet, while you want to disrespect our ancestors and those that came before us and dealt with what we were inflicted with and call it, for some reason, a choice, you, the buffoonery, coonery of them all, not only making a choice to stay enslaved in bondage, but also are recreating outside of the culture, outside of the race, basically expressing to the world that you feel what the massa has to offer in lines of a mate is better than what your mother was. And that's crazy. But now somebody got in my DM and just made me aware of all these tweets. And I'm just reading through them. They so off base, it's going to give us the basis to just have concern for Cuz. Because Cuz gone. On my mama. He say, I put my life on the line for my children. That North's mother would never sell her sex rape. It didn't say tape. If he meant tape, it don't say tape. It says her sex rape. Everybody knows the movie Get Out is about me. Wow. Chris, don't play with me. You and that Kalmai are not allowed around my children. Y'all tried to lock me up. Come and get me. This is the Exodus, like Pusha said. Drake. As I pause, every new statement is a separate tweet. I put my life on my God that North's mom would never photograph her doing Playboy, and that's on God. I am at the ranch. Come and get me. Shia was deposed to do the first Yeezy Gap shoot, and he never showed up. If I get locked up like Mandela, y'all will know why. Kim tried to bring a doctor to lock me up with the doctor. Chris and Kim, call me now. Anna Winter always showed me love, but when I told her I was going to Gap, she looked at me like I was crazy. Then she called me back, kissing my ASS. Shia was deposed, not supposed. Shia was deposed to do the first Yeezy Gap shoot and never showed up. And then he and Chris Jenner DM saying, this yay, you ready to talk now? Or are we still avoiding my calls? So I only read that because somebody sent it to me. And when I read it, it just kind of put in perspective a lot of the other things that we seeing Kanye do in the public lately. So it's obvious, apparent, and almost non-alleged that dude is going through something real heavy mentally. So although we might pay attention, notice, talk about, and disagree with some of the things he does, I think it is pretty obvious that we should be mindful that he's not well, and our concern and prayers should be with him. It's about that time. I'm finna get up out of here. I appreciate y'all for waking and baking with me. VJ Keyway style. Bay Machiavelli, Bay Mactivity, always in effect. Be about your marathon at all costs.
Snake Wood Nip Hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.